understand the Filipino culture well.
I see.
He's very strict when it comes to time, but when he understands the culture, like in the Philippines, he understands why some are late and some are because of the culture. So, and so I learned also to understand him because of his temperament.
Do you think he came to understand you better?
I'm not sure, but as he calls me many times, often as we call each other times, it seems that he is accepting me already.
I believe there's the language of kindness. Action speaks more than words. And so although we can have different cultures, and this is my perception,
and different theology,
or different theology, this is my presupposition, and I don't think I'm wrong on it. But the language of respect and kindness, humility, to say, I know I probably be wrong, but I love you. And the other person, I know I probably be wrong, but I love you. So then,
so what do you think keeps us from being kind? And there's a thought I have in my mind that I want to share, but I want to get your feedback first. Why is it that pastors have a hard time building that kindness and that acceptance between one another when they know that there's differences?
I don't know, but I think they too insist on their own opinion.
Okay.
But we as a pastor, I think we need to be respectful. We respect their thought, their theology, culture, and respect is the most important.
Yeah, and I think you identified the point that I was thinking of, and I find, and I've seen this experience actually just at a recent conversation with a pastor where this same point kind of came up, is that so often as human beings, not just pastors, but it's true of pastors as well, as human beings, we find a sense of security in what we believe, and so we want to find other people who believe the same as we do. And when people don't believe the same as we do, we either feel threatened, and then we don't respond with the same respect that we could, the same kindness that we could. And so I think we need to realize that we can believe what we believe without having to force someone else to believe the same thing. And as a result, you can build those friendships of kindness.
I have friends that they are conservatives and friends liberal, and they fluctuate. I would say not friends, but people that I kind of know. And see, if we know who we are and know our weaknesses, then there is the lack of know who we are. I think sometimes that insecurity we project into aggressiveness, right? To try out people or something. So there is wisdom within the debate, a democratic environment. The church, it is built upon a democratic, participative environment. And when we deprive the beings of that institution to express themselves freely, we oppress them. And it seems that today this is the rule, or at least the smoke in the environment in North America, because seems that things are marching one way, and if you are against it, you are oppressed, and you are being attacked. And this shows one shift from being a church to become an institution.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is a problem. And we need to keep in mind that we are a body of believers.
A movement.
A movement that we can speak freely and grow from each other. And I think when those things are being taken away, we start to go downhill.
Alright, this has been a very good conversation. I feel like that we've gotten into something that has not come up in the other groups, and so I'm thankful that we've had this conversation. But I do want to come back to one last thing that we'll spend our remaining time with, which will be about 20 minutes roughly. And we're going to start with a little activity. And so that's what these stickies are here for. You have stickies yet? You're playing with it. That's good. So I'm going to give you some time right now. So we're zooming back out. We got very focused in our conversation, talking about friendship, and then talking specifically about pastoral friendship, and that was a very valuable conversation. But now we're going to zoom out and we're going to look at life at whole, and we're going to ask ourselves we're going to start writing down anything that's important to your life at large, okay? Priorities, relationships, goals. You listed some of your goals. You may want to write some of those down. So just brainstorm your own, and you just write one item, one priority, one thing that's important to you at this stage in life. Write one of those down on a piece of paper. You can use as many of them as you want. That's the first step of our activity. Okay? Does that make sense? So just write down the things that are important to you as a person, as a pastor, as a spouse.
How many do we need?
Just do as many as you can in the next 3 minutes.
So things that are important.
Yeah. These are priorities. Priorities in your life, in your ministry. They can be relationships, they can be goals, they can be whatever.
Used to be one sticker for each one.
Yeah. Can you think of a few more? You don't have to, but can you think of any more?
I'm thinking.
You're thinking. Okay. Good. Still thinking, Johnny, or you're done?
Almost done.
Almost done?
Yeah.